Hi, it's Peter's son, the real estate renegade, and for 40 years I've bought, I've sold, I've renovated, and I've subdivided. I've made money and I've lost money. And now I'm helping everyday Australians with all sorts of real estate problems. From the latest market updates, closing major deals, discovering and showing you real estate opportunities and boom suburbs you may want to look at. We're going to meet real people, experienced real estate experts, and talk about hard-hitting real estate issues affecting Australians right now. Join me and dive deep into uncovering hot deals and opportunities in a country considered and possessing some of the most expensive real estate in the world. I'm Peter's son, the real estate renegade, exposing the truth about real estate. Hey guys, Peter's son, and today's video is going to be all about loving your neighbor. And you hear a lot of stuff on TV and the news. You always hear about these neighborhood disputes, how people are fighting over boundary and fences, and dogs barking and mess in the backyard and all these kind of controversial, confrontational things. But I'll tell you why you should love your neighbor, even if you don't really like your neighbor. Because recently I've been reading in online and in the papers about how some really clever neighbors have getting together in Sydney suburbs of, there was one particular case where 3 of them got together in the Sydney suburb of Campsie, right? And they sold their properties together as one lot rather than selling them individually. And as a result, they sold their properties for $1.6 million, where in the real marketplace they would have been worth about $1.1 million. But because they sold as a block, then a developer paid, almost 50% extra for the combined parcel of land. So that is a good reason to love your neighbor. And that's not the only case, by the way, where where this is the case. In Bexley North, there was another case here where 2 properties sold for over $3 million, and again it was about $200,000 each more because they were combined together. Now, if we would have been able to amalgamate 3 or 4 properties, they might have got $500,000 more or even more. Now, that is why you should love your neighbor. And these cases are not just obviously relevant to Sydney. They are in every marketplace, whether you're in Brisbane or Melbourne, right? Loving your neighbor can have massive consequences for your real estate investing, and profit-making strategy. Because I also recall how we, in my family, we ended up buying a property in Sydney's eastern suburbs in Bellevue Hill, paid $150,000, and 11 years later sold it for over $1.15 million to a developer again, because of the development value and the value of the land. So remember that, right? Next time you think about your neighbors, right? Love your neighbor. That is the best real estate strategy. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and don't forget to tune in often for the latest property news, investment strategies, and much more. And also speak to your business owner to see how you can get involved with us today. This is Peter's son, the real estate renegade, and I'll see you next time.